Yeah.
in front of like 40,000, 60,000 people, something like that. I don't even know. Nobody knows because it was a free show.
Those were the two bands that got me into punk, is Suicidal and DRI. It got me to like punk more because I'm always a metal guy because I like the musicianship and the solos.
Oh, yeah.
But listening to Suicidal and DRI, but when those two groups started to go more metal, I was even more on board, like Suicidal with How I Laugh and Lights Camera Revolution, and
I was a metal.
It was amazing, man.
A punk band, basically.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was cool. So that lasted for 18 years, and that kind of fizzled out. And then the Blind Illusion thing happened. That's kind of how I met Tom.
If nobody knows, the Blind Illusion history is probably compared to London in LA as far as 1,000 people being in the band of famous people.
Yeah, it's easier to
Les
say
Claypool, exactly. Claypool, we had Andy from Death Angel, Harold, Tom, Doug from Heathen. I mean, everybody has run through those doors. Mark's got some new young guys, and he's carrying on. And, I heard you brought up Cliff. We need to just recap on the night that I was there with you at the Chabot Theater, Castro Valley.
Yeah.
This wasn't the first of the event. Which annual was this one?
I think it was the 5th or 6th, at least.
And a staple there is Mr. Mike Borden, one of the greatest drummers from
Mike's awesome.
The greatest Faith No More.
Nicest guy ever,
love
too.
them. And he was there. Trauma was there this last time. Also, Damage Inc. with Aaron Pearson, and it was a fun night. It was my first Cliff Burton day, and
I've been there every year pretty much.
I don't know how I heard about him too late, but I finally made it to one, and I got to get a picture with Cliff's sister and hear the stories. And you can also check out on my YouTube channel, Entertainment Getaway TV. Harold is up there. Telling the people and celebrating the life of Cliff on there, and this be a good thing to accompany it. But
for sure.
What does that day mean to you, and what does Cliff mean to you? Not only as a bass player, but you were there in the beginning, man, with all these guys and this fucking Bay Area metal scene. I mean, how do you how's that make you feel that there's Cliff and everything's like celebrated, brother?
Well, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I still can't believe how big Metallica is.
I know.
It's mind blowing.
Nobody
Cliff was a big part of the early success, I think. And he was the guy I kind of identified the most with because I was a bass player too. We both smoked pot and we both like party and stuff. But when he passed away, I was like, we never dealt with somebody dying before,
I haven't really talked to this with too many people, but I have mentioned in a couple circle of friends that I wonder if Cliff would have lived if he would have stayed with Metallica through the Black and the Load albums and all that stuff. Like, what's your opinion on that, man? I mean, like,
I think he probably would have stuck. I mean,
you think he would have like?
He had probably the biggest. He had the widest variety of musical taste.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the classical. He's in the Skinner.
So he would have been open to these changes, you think? Yeah.
Probably. I don't know if they would have been that extreme.
Yeah.
He never would have stood for them probably cutting their hair.
I was just gonna say, no, Cliff with short hair. It just doesn't seem right.
He wouldn't have stood for that. I don't even know if they would have even veered in that direction. Cliff would have probably said no to that.
Wow.
Plus, when they were wearing feather boas and they were like making out and stuff, shit like that. Cliff would have. I don't think he would have stood for that.
Oh wow.
That's personal opinion. But,
feather boas and making out. Where did I miss a chapter? Somewhere.
Yeah, the whole load thing. They just did that just to be shocking.
What, the Lou Reed Lula or whatever?
That was actually after.
Okay. What are you talking about? This thing, the feather boas, really?
Like Load and Reload. Kirk and Lars, they'd always they would make out and stuff just to freak people out.
Kind of like Dave Navarro and Anthony Kiedis in that Warp video.
They'd go for the shock factor.
Yeah, exactly.
And everybody kind of freaked out on that. And they started dressing like U2.
And they actually had the eyeliner. Holy cow, yeah. It's Metallica.
Nobody wants to see their band change,
Yeah. Well, hey, Frost.
That's pretty drastic.
Celtic Frost, Cold Lake.
That's true.
So, hey, I just have to say the band On Your Hat is one of my all-time favorites. In fact, when Metallica and Pantera played, I felt like Suicidal way over Pantera any fucking day. maybe a lot of people don't agree with me, especially my roommate Ruby, but I think Suicidal is one of the most amazing bands.
Same here. To this day, still.
They're from the punk days, the first couple albums, Join the Army, and to Lights Camera.
Rocky George, great guitar player. Rocky was amazing.
Rocky went on to play with Fishbone for many years, and man, Suicidal. Because you're a bass player, I want to bring this up, is that, now Suicidal has Robert Trujillo's son playing for Suicidal, and his dad played for Suicidal. And Rocky told me that he got Robert in the band because Rocky and Robert went to high school together. So if it wasn't for Rocky, Robert might not have been in Suicidal, have been in Metallica.
That's true.
And you can't forget remember Jerry Cantrell came around, solo tour with Borden on drums, Robert on bass at the Pound, and Brian Kehoe on second guitar. Brian Kehoe, right? So
Brian's amazing too.
That's some Bay Area shit right there that most people may not know about. But
that's true.
Speaking of Robert, man, I mean, dude, I'm a metalhead and a rocker to the core, just like yourself. But I'm obsessed with funk rock and punk funk and funk metal. I am. Infectious Grooves. Robert is just a smoking bass player. He ripped it in Suicidal. He just next level Infectious Grooves.
Well, it's interesting to see how Suicidal kind of developed from the punk stuff.
He's almost a better slap pop bass player than Claypool and Flea combined. If you listen to that first Infectious Grooves, the guy is a freaking monster funk bass player. And so I'm sure he's an influence on you. When I met Robert at NAMM, he goes, I was like, the funk, and Larry Graham, and he's all like, yeah, I love that, but man, I mean, Roger Glover from Purple and Geezer from Sabbath, and he goes, those are my guys too. And how about another bass player? I bet you got to be a Geddy Lee fan of Rush.
Oh, of course.
I mean, come on, Geddy.
Big time.
Yeah, and you know what's, their classic stuff, really, everybody says the 70s, but you know, everybody hates the 80s, but I have to say one of my favorite albums is Grace Under Pressure, personally. Like, I know people are like all the keyboard stuff, and you know, all the keyboard haters in metal. I just go, listen to Faith No More. That might bring some keyboards to your
keyboards are okay. They could kind of, I don't know. I prefer Rush's earlier stuff.
Of course, so do I. Yeah.
But they're still killer. I mean, Rush is my favorite band of all time. They're in UFO also.
You did go to the book signing with Geddy, right?
No.
No? Okay, you missed that.
I did go to the Q&A thing that he did.
Did you ever meet him or Lifeson? I know Pert didn't want to meet nobody, but
actually, I never met him. But a buddy of mine went to Canada once.
Yeah. And
I was just being a smartass. I said, "Hi, say hi to Geddy Lee for me." And my buddy ended up meeting him up there and got me his autograph on a Post-it.
Oh, nice.
He was in line to see Malcolm X, that movie. And my buddy saw him. But I was just being a smartass because he's going to Canada, so I'm all, say hi to Geddy Lee for me. Next thing you know, the guy comes back with the Geddy Lee autograph for me.
Wow, that's epic, man.
And Geddy Lee ties in with, Les Claypool and Primus, too,
Yeah, because Primus inducted them, right, or something in the rock and roll.
Plus,
Hole of Shame. Rock and Rap Hole of Shame, I call it.
Yeah, they toured together, plus Primus did that Farewell to Kings tour.
Yeah.
Which was incredible.
That had to be, I didn't see that, but it had to be
badass. Larry used to be in Blind Illusion, too. So
exactly, and Les. I got to meet, Les is one of my idols, and I got to meet him twice, and met Larry once, and dude, Primus is one of my number ones. I mean, like I said, I love my thrash metal guys, but Primus and anything Mike Patton and Faith No More does, and Bungle, it's amazing. So,
Primus is amazing, because I never thought they'd get so popular.
Yeah.
They're so original and unique sounding,
For sure, man. So, trying to think of some other stuff we should cover. So we talked about the videos and your bass playing. How about your current band, Jesus Crisis? How did you get involved with those folks? There's a female singer. You guys have been playing shows. How do you feel about your band? I'm not going to say it's new because it's been rocking. So
we did that for probably about 10 years.
By the way, I know shitty band names and I know great band names, and Jesus Crisis is fucking all gold, dude.
Yeah, it's a cool name, right?
Gold.
Yeah,
fucking gold.
Just, locally, just keep me busy.
Who came up with the name? Did you join them? Were they existing, or did you guys put it together at the moment you came in?
Put it together pretty much from
okay.
scratch.
Who came up with that name? It's brilliant.
That's a good question.
Jesus Christ. It sticks with you, man. You know what I mean? Like, I love it, man.
God, I'm trying to think how... actually, I know what it is. Fred Armisen, the comedian from Saturday Night Live in Portlandia.
Yeah.
He had a band called Crisis of Conformity.
Oh my God, no way.
Not Corrosion of Conformity, but Crisis of Conformity.
Yeah, COC Crisis.
And they put out, they did this punk rock skit on Saturday Night Live called Punk Rock Wedding.
Oh, nice.
And then he had a song that he put out as a 45 called Fist Fight in the Parking Lot.
Fucking wild.
And it's great. Check it out on YouTube if you get a chance.
And with Harold saying that, we're just going to, I mean, it's like leapfrogging into another thing. The night Fred Armisen came to Great American, there's another show he played, but right. Harold got to get on stage with this guy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. How did that happen? And how do you go back with being a fan of Fred and what he does, you know? So.
Well, since we covered the song, Fist Fight in the Parking Lot, I did the song, and he did a thing called Stand Up for Bass Players.
Oh, that's right. I remember reading that on your Facebook page one time. That's so cool.
Basically, he just did this total improv show, and he asked for a volunteer from the audience to do the skit with him. So I went up and did the skit with him. And when I was up there, I mentioned something about DRIs. Oh, DRIs. Oh, I love DRI. I go, can we jam on Fist Fight in the Parking Lot later on in the set? He goes, sure. I go, you promise? He goes, I promise. So later on in the set, when he was asking for a request, I go, Fist Fight in the Parking Lot. He's about to start playing it. I go, good. No, I want to play it with you on stage. He goes, you know it? I go, yeah. He goes, well, come on up here then. So we got to jam on Fist Fight in the Parking Lot.
That's awesome.
Which is great.
I want to say, I think that's on YouTube maybe that I may have seen that.
Yeah, plus it's based on a Saturday Night Live sketch.
That's so cool, man. I mean, like just another chapter in Harold's life. It's like, exactly. Man, just
totally random, you know.
I
just happened to know the song, you know.
That's so badass.
But it's a great song. It's like your classic punk rock song.
And what's this whole thing about his bass player thing? That go into that a little bit.
He did 3 shows at the Great American Music Hall. It's called Stand Up for Bass Players.
Okay.
And he had Les Claypool one night. He had the guy from Green Day one night.
Billy Joe.
And I think the chick from the Bangles the next night. But wow. He just does this really interesting comedy show where he plays drums and he does this really unique comedy thing, you know.
Speaking of comedy, I definitely want to cover this. So for all those who haven't seen it, including myself, so you're gonna school me on something here. Is that at the Cornerstone? You played one night as Weird Harold, right?
Yeah.
Was it kind of like a Weird Al thing?
Total Weird Al type thing.
Okay, give us some, because he's got a parody song on Tom Help Him Made called Chicken Pot Pie, and it's a video off the the Wing song. Anyway, that song, the famous
song. Exactly.
Yeah. And so tell the folks about this Weird Harold. Was that the only show you did, and did you have costumes and characters, or what was the whole deal?
I tried to do a Weird Al thing where I just did a bunch of songs. Actually, Weird Al inspired that song because basically Weird Al was one of the few songs he tried covering.
Yeah.
But was turned down because Paul McCartney didn't want anything to do with it because he's a vegetarian. So he didn't want Al to do a song of his and change it into a song about meat lovers, you know?
Okay.
So I heard about that. I go, well, there's no reason I can't cover it. So Al never recorded it, but he did play it live. So I just wrote the lyrics, and we made a video, me as James Bond.
Yeah.
With a bunch of chickens with machine guns and stuff.
Did you perform that song at the Cornerstone that night?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what other ones?
And I had a chicken outfit and stuff. And
no shit, really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was lots of fun.
Wasn't it opening for the Black Sabbath tribute you're part of too?
Yep, exactly.
That night. Yeah, Cornerstone, I just have to say, so many places have closed that we would frequent and our bands would play at, but I have to say, Gary goes back to Blake's and Larry Blake's, and that Gary's, he's just a staple in the scene, and Cornerstone's a great venue just because there's been some great shows there, man. I mean, fuck, sure. I saw Y&T there, Billy Bob Thornton, Powerman 5000, all this stuff, and then you played there. You had your night there that night, and